So reflex actions, right? Anyone knows the definition? Raise your hand. Knows definition. Yeah. Yes, reflex action. Shh. Yeah. More info. Okay, try. Okay, okay, you're giving an example. Okay, you involuntary. Any more? Okay, good. Yeah, you and you. What were you gonna say? Oh, okay. So you and him got one part each. Okay, shall give you something. Mm. Okay, do you get a Toblerone yet? Okay, I shall give you. Okay, since you gave half and half, I give you a small thing. Oh, sorry. Okay, pass. Yeah. Okay. So definition, right, is an immediate response to a specific stimulus without conscious control. So when you say just now involuntary, that means without conscious control. You're not thinking about it. Okay, so look, there's the brain. And then there's a spinal cord, which is attached to the brain like that. Let's say that is the action where you touch something, right? Okay, the nerve impulses will go through the spinal cord and come back. It won't go to the brain. Okay, so example here, receptor, and then here's the effector, which is a muscle. Okay, so let me show you the conscious processing pathway, which is, yeah. What I mean? Oh, scroll up. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the conscious processing means we need to think about the action. Let's say I touch something sharp and I feel pain. The receptor generates nerve impulses, sends to spinal cord, goes up the spinal cord to the brain, then have to think, then come back, go down again, then finally to the muscle and pull my hand away. Okay, that's so slow. So the conscious processing pathway, conscious processing, is too slow for saving my life, right? Especially if it's a injury or it's dangerous, or my life is at risk. I don't want to wait so long. Then the second pathway is called the reflex arc. So arc. So arc, right, is what shape? It's like a curve, right? Like this. So that's a similar shape that I'll draw here. So it goes here to spinal cord, then it just comes back straight to effector. So number 2 is reflex arc. Okay. So the definition for this is the shortest path for nerve impulses to travel from receptor to effector. Okay, so reflex actions have 2 reflex centers. Okay, 2 reflex centers. Can you guess what is one of the reflex centers? We have 2. Uh-huh. So reflex center is where it will pass through. No. So it's good. Spinal cord is 1, correct? And then another one? Brain, correct. Brain. So you say what? Yes, cranial reflex. So spinal cord is 1, the other one is the brain. So we call this the cranial reflex. Nerve impulses. Yeah. This one is a spinal reflex. Okay. And you said the what do you say, spinal cord? Yes. And you said the okay, I throw catch. Woo, very good. Nice. Okay, so reflex arc is the shortest pathway. Okay, it's the fastest way. So it's like you see, if I want to touch my nose, I can like that, right? Then I touch shortest way. Then I can do like some weird stuff. You can touch like this. This is a very long way. So reflex arc is the shortest way. Now, if I have an eyeball here near my brain, right? I mean, our eyes are near our head, right? Now let's say I throw something at you, then you like that. Okay, you blink. So the nerve impulses is like this. Okay, is this considered reflex arc? Okay, are your thing? Okay, so yes or no? Who says yes? You can not shake your head. Or say yes? No, some say no, okay. So reflex arc is shortest pathway, right? Is this the shortest? It is, right? It's the shortest pathway because where else can it go? It can go to the spinal cord, but you have to travel longer, further distance, right? Look at your eyeball and look at your spine. Well, further than your brain, right? Yeah, so it is actually the faster way. So it is reflex arc. Okay. Okay, now is the hard stuff. So this is a memory shortcut to remember the whole explanation whenever you have a reflex action. Okay, so I give you one example here, okay, of reflex action. So this diagram is not in syllabus, don't worry. But you can see, right, that the spinal cord is in the spine bone, like it's protected inside. Okay, so if we zoom in on this section, let me shade it for you. See that, right? If I zoom in on that, I will see this. So this is not a bone. A lot of people think it's a bone. It's the spinal cord. It's all nervous tissues. Okay, so very quickly, one example reflex action, receptor here. Then it passes to sensory neuron, to relay neuron, then to motor neuron, and to the effector. Okay, and then effector will, let's say I pull away my hand from something hot. So now I'll show you a memory shortcut for the whole explanation of this. Okay, here. So remember this memory shortcut? I raced several racing cars, making every race perfect. Okay, so IRS, RC, MERP. Okay, so although I don't actually race cars, but I played go-kart before, right? I think some of you have, yeah. So I raced the go-kart and I really like it. So I wanted to go like quite a few times already with my friend, but every time we want to go, right, then it will suddenly rain in the afternoon. Then he's like, so annoying. Yeah, like now the weather is like basically every afternoon it rains, right? Super annoying. Yeah. So I will stand for the incident that happened. Let's say the incident is I touched something very hot. Okay. Okay, let's use a different one. That's very boring. Let's use sneezing. Okay. So if I sneeze because I breathe in dust, the incident is breathe in dust. Okay, R stands for receptor. So receptors, where would they be found? No, for this one is breathing in dust, and I sneeze later. So where are the receptors? Yeah, in the nose or else? Or what can we say? Nose or? No. So it's breathed through the nose, right? Then if it goes in the nose, what is the path? Windpipe. Wow, that's like very far now. Okay. Yeah, good. Nasal passages. Okay, good. So both of you all got it. Okay, you got one. Yeah, I shall give you this. Yes, I have a big stash. And pass to her. Nasal passages, correct. So this one, right, is you need to see the situation of the question. If you know the receptor, you need to say what it is. If you don't know, then just say where, like receptors in, nose, nasal passages. Okay, I'm going to help you here with a list of common receptors that you expected to know in syllabus. So if you know them, you must say what is the exact word. Example, osmoreceptors. You know photoreceptors. Okay, there's pain receptors, thermoreceptors. There's also stretch receptors. Okay, you all have heard of knee-jerk reflex, or maybe you've seen it in questions. Knee-jerk reflex. Seen before, right? Okay, knee-jerk reflex is when you hit below the kneecap, and then if you hit high enough here, right, the knee will like move, the leg will like kick slightly. So that means that your leg, all this is working. So yeah, the doctor will do it to test that it's working. So what is the receptor? It's called stretch receptors for that action, that reflex action. Okay, so you should write down on the right all these five. Because in bio, the more specific you are with your answers, the higher chance you'll score full marks. So this is called being more specific. Okay, S stands for sensory neuron. So after receptor detects, generates nerve impulses, sent along the sensory neuron. They'll be transmitted to a relay neuron. That's R. And then the relay neuron will be found in either the brain or spinal cord, which are called reflex center, right? So next one is C for center. So for a sneezing, can you all guess? Is it the brain or the spinal cord? Spinal cord. Okay, just say out. Brain, spinal cord, or brain? Okay, so those who say brain, correct. It is. Because sneezing, right? Nasal cavities, nasal passages are very near the brain already. So if the receptor is near, then it makes sense to go that way. So it's brain. Okay. So that's why you need to know how to guess, is it the brain or spinal cord? Because when you're answering the full question, they're not going to be so nice and tell you which it is. You have to figure it out yourself. Okay, next is M for motor neuron. So transmit to motor neuron. Then E is for effector. Now there are two kinds of effectors that you need to care about. Okay, one is, can you guess? First one? Can you guess one effector? One type of effector? There are two types. Okay, muscle. All right, muscle is one. Another type? Another type? No. Here. Hypothalamus. Not an effector. No. What? What? Wait, I heard something there. What can do stuff, right? Effectors are things that do make an effect. Did you say gland? Yes, correct. Glands. Oh. Glands. Glands can do something, a secret, right? Yes, good job. Let me do one more of this. Okay, so the effector in this reflex action will be muscles involved in sneezing. So example, the abs, abdominal muscles, the internal intercostal muscles, okay, will be involved in sneezing. Okay, R is response. So the response of the muscle is to contract. Okay, then lastly, purpose. Okay, I want to hear what y'all think the purpose is. Purpose. What is the purpose of sneezing out the dust? Okay, what's the problem if the dust go in? Because? Yes, correct. Yeah, but you got to answer. So it's clogging up, right? Blocking, correct. Okay, catch. Nice. Okay, so it will purpose, expel dust, prevent it from clogging the airways so that you can breathe properly. Yeah, I feel like this completes the answer very well, and it shows the examiner that you know what you're doing. You're not just like regurgitating some copy-paste answer. Actually, it is a copy-paste answer, but then you're making it sound like you know the purpose of this reflex action, how it benefits the person. Okay, so now we're going to use this, and I'm very kind to you all. I give you a fill in the blanks template. So you just need to fill in the blanks for the next question. Okay, next question. Here, this one on your papers. Fill in the blanks. 2 minutes, okay? Constrict not for muscles. No, very few things are free in life. You have to earn it. Yes, except for sometimes our ThatBioTutor's free stuff that comes out, like free notes. Yeah. Okay, let's resume. So a lot of people have asked me what is the receptors, right? Okay, let me review it. So what's the incident? You touch the hot stove, right? Touch hot stove. So the receptors are found in the skin. Yes, so you can say thermoreceptors of the skin, or you can say pain receptors. Both are accepted. Yeah, but this one is not going to cause a reflex, right? Touch helps you to feel touch, but that's about it. It won't cause a reflex. It must be very hot or very painful. That's what causes pain receptors. In the skin, is it? Optional. Yeah, won't reduce your marks. Okay, next, nerve impulses. Oh yeah, so the memory shortcut, IRS, RCMERP. I'm gonna use this to check whether we have answered it correctly. Okay, quiet. The I is for incident, is done. R is receptors, which we just gave the answer. S is sensory neuron. See here, S, sensory neuron. Then it's transmitted. So don't say like, oh, it's passed to, okay, or transferred. Use this keyword, transmitted, to relay in the reflex center, which is C. Okay, so who says brain? Raise hand. Who says spinal cord? Raise hand. Yes, good. Okay, spinal cord. So in the, I'll just circle this up, spinal cord. So nerve impulses are then transmitted to motor, M, to the effector, which is E here. Okay, so I want to hear what y'all say for effector. Just say out. What muscle? And bicep. Okay, any more? Those are accepted. So try not to say hand muscles, arm muscles. Okay, can. We won't get -1. So you can say biceps is probably the answer. So to the biceps muscles. Okay, so you'll get the person to pull away their hand. Yeah. Okay. Then triggering it to contract. So a lot of people I saw when we were walking around, you're right, move away. But that's like more like the purpose. That's not the response of the muscle. Muscle can contract or relax. Okay, not constrict. Yeah. So contract so that can I hear from there? Sure. Huh? Okay, so this is called withdrawal reflex, yes, because you move your hand away, right? But what's the purpose for withdrawing? Yes, good, right? So that you prevent further injury. Because there's already some cells dying when you touch the thing, and then now it's like, oh, we don't want to get it worse. Yeah. Oh yes, your question? No, right muscle. Yeah. Because you want to show the examiner that you know the effector is a muscle. And then also the muscles contract. Yeah. Okay, I mean, if you say biceps, right? I just highly recommend you to write muscles. Yeah. But technically, biceps is a muscle. So it's kind of the same thing. Any more questions? Okay, so ERP is done also.